Hello everyone, my name is Jacques Erasmus and I'm a front-end engineer in the static site editor team at GitLab. And today I just want to take you through how we've iterated over the uploading image using the static site editor feature in the 13.2 milestone, and the work that's left, which will most likely be carried over into the next milestone. So firstly, I just want to show you some of the iterations that we went through. The first one being simply adding the upload file tab to the image pop-up. Previously we only had the ability to add an image by specifying URL. This iteration adds the upload file tab, which contains the file input and also the necessary validation that goes with the file input, things like limiting the user to only upload image files and also preventing the user from adding files that's larger than 2 megabytes. In this iteration we also added the this feature flag, which will enable us to iteratively deliver this feature beyond the feature flag until we're ready to enable it. In the next iteration, we introduced the ability to upload images to the project repo via merge request. So this merge request handles the actual uploading of the images to the project repo or to the merge request, and it also prevents duplicate files from being uploaded in the scenario where a user selects the same file twice. It will also only upload images that are present in the markdown to prevent images from being uploaded which is actually not in the markdown. So as you can see, it only uploaded the images that are present. So these 2 images are uploaded. And in the final iteration, which is currently still in dev, we'll introduce the ability to temporarily preview the selected images in the Wysiwyg editor. We'll enable this by using a temporary data URL on the front end, but we'll use the relative URL in the markdown editor to ensure that the correct markdown is updated in the merge request. We'll also enable the feature in this iteration and also do the necessary documentation updates. So jumping into the code for this feature, if we have a look at the image modal, the add image modal component, which is used in the add image feature. If the user selects OK on that modal and they are on the upload file tab, we call the upload file method, and in this method we extract and validate the file. We then emit the add image event, which contains the image URL, the file and the alt text. The add image event gets handled in the rich content editor over here. By the way, the work for ensuring that the image is displayed in the Wysiwyg editor with a temporary data URL, but a relative URL is used in the markdown mode. The work for that would most likely happen over here. And we'll most likely do that by means of a custom renderer for the image node. So moving on, from here we emit the upload image event with the file and the image URL. This event gets handled in the edit area component. And in the handler we update the image repository. The image repository is a very simple service that simply manages the images for us on the front end before we submit the images to the merge request. if we take a look at the image repository, it's quite simple. It's a map, and the service exposes a add and get all method. The add takes a file and a URL as parameters and then extracts the binary from the file. It then updates the image map and uses the URL as the key and the binary content as the value. Back to the edit area component. When the user decides to submit the content, we extract the images from the image repository by using the getAll method, and then emit a submit changes event with the images in the payload. That event then eventually gets handled in the submit content changes service, which can be found in the submit content changes service file over here. We then commit the images, or rather build up a commit for the images by creating some actions for each image in the images map. We create the actions by looping through all of the images and then ensuring that the image does exist in the markdown. If it does exist in the markdown, we create an action. The image will get uploaded as base64. We set the content to the base64 binary, and we use the file path, which is the key in that map. We'll pass over here. From here, the GitLab API will do the rest to ensure that the image is uploaded to the merge request and decoded correctly. And that's it.